If you thought our first two history videos were insane, wait until you see what's coming next. These are 10 more shocking history facts that will make you question everything you know about the past. And number 7 will leave your jaw on the floor. 10 shocking history facts that will blow your mind. 1. The Eiffel Tower was meant to be temporary. We see the Eiffel Tower as the symbol of Paris today. But in 1889, it was built for the World's Fair and was meant to stand for only 20 years. Parisians hated it at first, calling it the Iron Monstrosity. It was almost torn down in 1909. The reason it survived: radio antennas turned it into a communication tower. Without that decision, Paris's most iconic landmark might have vanished. 2. The Leaning Tower of Pisa was a mistake that saved it. The Leaning Tower of Pisa is world famous, but it's basically a construction fail that became legendary. Built in the 12th century, the soft ground caused the tilt almost immediately. Engineers tried to fix it for centuries. Ironically, that leaning flaw made it earthquake-resistant because it could absorb vibrations. A mistake in medieval architecture became a world wonder. 3. The Oxford Dictionary once included a fake word. Even the most respected books in the world make mistakes. In 1934, the Oxford English Dictionary added the word Dord, defined as density in physics. But it was a typo, a misread instruction that said D or D for density, or D. It stayed official for 5 years before anyone noticed. So yes, even the world's smartest editors accidentally created a fake word. 4. Vikings discovered America 500 years before Columbus. We were all taught that Christopher Columbus discovered America in 1492, but history says otherwise. Leif Erikson, a Viking explorer, reached Newfoundland. Canada, around 1000 AD. Archaeologists have found Norse settlements there. Columbus wasn't the first, he was just better at PR. 5. Napoleon was once attacked by a horde of cats. We already told the story of Napoleon versus rabbits. But did you know Napoleon also feared cats? He suffered from ailurophobia, an intense fear of cats. Once during a campaign, soldiers released cats into his tent as a prank, and he fled in panic. The man who conquered Europe was scared of tiny kittens. 6. The Great Fire of London killed almost no one. We imagine the Great Fire of London as an apocalyptic event. 13,000 homes destroyed, 87 churches burned. The medieval city almost wiped out. But here's the shocking part. Official death toll: 6 people. Yes, 6. Of course, some unrecorded deaths likely occurred, but the destruction versus death toll is one of the strangest in history. This shows that property loss does not equal mass human loss in early disasters. 7. The first alarm clock could only ring at 4 a.m. The modern world runs on alarms, from phones to smart speakers. But the first mechanical alarm clock in 1787 had a huge problem. It could only be set for 4 a.m., invented by Levi Hutchins, who simply wanted to wake up for work. He never thought anyone might want to wake up later. It took almost 60 more years for a fully adjustable alarm clock to be invented. 8. Julius Caesar was once kidnapped and laughed at his captors, before he became Rome's most famous dictator. Young Julius Caesar was kidnapped by pirates. They demanded 20 talents of silver. Ransom? Caesar laughed, saying he was worth 50 talents. While in captivity, he joked with the pirates, wrote poetry, and promised, "I will return and crucify you all." They laughed. But after his release, he hunted them down and crucified them, keeping his word. History's ultimate "don't mess with me" story. 9. The first Olympic marathon was 25 miles. Then they added 1.2 for the Queen. The marathon distance wasn't always 26.2 miles. 1896 Athens Olympics. 25 miles. 1908 London Olympics. Extended by 1.2 miles. Why? So the race could start at Windsor Castle and finish in front of the Royal Box. One queen's viewing preference changed the marathon forever. 10. The last use of a guillotine was in the same year as Star Wars. We think of the guillotine as a bloody relic of the French Revolution. But the last execution by guillotine happened in France in 1977, the same year Star Wars premiered in theaters. That means while audiences watched lightsabers on the big screen, France was still using a blade to execute criminals. History is never just black and white. Behind every boring timeline is a story stranger than fiction. Which of these facts shocked you the most? Comment below, and don't forget to subscribe for the next mind-blowing history episode.